Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Alfatihah binti Ismail and I'm from the EC6B. So today in my second commentary video, I got a chance to talk about the persons I admire the most that have a significant contribution in particular field. And I'll be discussing about their differences and similarities based on the aspects of social stratification that they have gone through. But first, let me tell you what is social stratification. Social stratification is a process in society whereby we classify people in respective class or category. But before that, let me introduce to all of you who are my heroes. So they are Jack Ma and Jeff Bezos. Both of them have contributed a lot in business and entrepreneurship field. Jack Ma, or his real name, is Ma Yun. Born in 1964, he is a Chinese entrepreneur who was head of the Alibaba Group, which comprised several of China's most popular websites, including the business-to-business marketplace Alibaba.com and other shopping websites with an estimated net worth of $38 billion. As for the Jeff Bezos, or his real name is Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen, born in 1964, he is an American entrepreneur who is the CEO of Amazon company. Other than that, he is also an aerospace entrepreneur, investor, and many more, with an estimated net worth of $117.2 billion. So we are moving forward to the aspects of social stratification that have been gone through by my heroes based on their experiences and background. In the form of social stratification, Jack Ma came from social class, which is lower working class family. This is because his parents work as storytellers, so their family had very limited income, and he and his siblings basically grew up in poor household. That's why he faced a lot of obstacles to continue his studies. And as for Jeff Bezos, he came from upper middle class family because his foster or stepfather worked as an engineer. And since his father and mother get divorced, he was adopted at age 4. That's why he changed his surname to Bezos and currently known as Jeff Bezos. He continued his studies to Princeton after the high school. As for the second aspect is class consciousness, this is based on Karl Marx's view of class differentiation. So both of them are proletariats because their parents come from working class. As I mentioned earlier, Jack Ma's parents work as storytellers, and Jeff Bezos' father is an engineer. The third aspect is false consciousness. As for Jack Ma, he got rejected from a lot of companies, including KFC company. Can you imagine, out of 24 interviewees, 23 of them is accepted for the job. But try to guess who is the unlucky one. Definitely he is Jack Ma. However, this can be related to the aspect of social stratification, which is false consciousness, because perhaps people cannot see his function or role correctly to be a great worker, or perhaps he not meant to work with other people, because look at him now. He definitely managed to be a very successful businessman and managed to have his own company. The fourth aspect is status. In this case, both of them can be considered as achieve status in open system, which means the position they held today is all because of their effort, so that it can allow for so much more mobility. And as for Jack Ma, as we can see, he struggled a lot to learn English. This is because he was Chinese, and most of the time he worked as a tour guide, so that he can interact with the customers to improve his English. Other than that, he only managed to entered the Hangzhou College teacher after the third try. And as for the Jeff Bezos, after the graduation, he worked with a lot of companies to gain experience, such as fintech communication company, bankers company, and bankers trust company, and many other company with very good positions. For example, product manager. As for the fifth aspect, which is prestige, it means people respect or admire the occupation they held in society. Just like Jack Ma, he is the co-founder and also executive chairman of Alibaba Group. Meanwhile, for the Jeff Bezos, he is chief executive officer or CEO of Amazon. The next aspect is esteem. Basically, both of my heroes are very well-known businessmen and they are billionaires. As for Jack Ma, he is a Chinese business magnate, and Jeff Bezos, he is a successful entrepreneur and e-commerce pioneer. As for the socio-economic status, in my opinion, Jack Ma can be categorized in middle class because he once become the lecturer in English and International Trade at Hangzhou Dianzi University. And if I'm not mistaken, he only get paid $12 at that time. However, many companies in China disqualified him from getting a job. And meanwhile, for the Jeff Bezos, he is in upper class because he worked in telecommunications and banking industry with the great company and great position. In conjunction with that, as for the poverty line, Jack Ma is relative poverty. This is because he struggled a lot to get a job, even though he get rejected for so many times. Okay, and then for Jeff Bezos, he is quite wealthy because he started his career in different big companies and failed. Moreover, in the aspect of life chances, in my opinion, Jack Ma can be considered as disadvantageous because, as we all know, he came from poor family and he didn't get a chance to learn English in a proper class like other people, and so he practiced talking to the foreigners and become a tour guide to improve his English. And then he also applied for 30 different jobs after the graduation, but each time he get rejected. Lastly, he once failed in the failed for college entry exam about 2 times. And different story with Jeff Bezos, he can be considered as advantageous because he came from upper middle class family, and he used the opportunity after the graduation to work with very good company with high position. As for the last aspect is social mobility. In my opinion, both of them can be considered as intra-generation and vertical mobility. This is because, as we can see, Jack Ma is changing from rag to rich after he organized Alibaba Group, and meanwhile for Jeff Bezos, he is changing from working with others until he owns Amazon. So both of them are changing their social position from zero to hero by holding a great and big position in their work. So in a nutshell, if I among these two, if I can choose, definitely I'll choose Jack Ma. This is because he faced a lot of obstacles before his success, and the thing that I really like about him is he never give up in everything he do. even though he failed so many times before, but he keeps trying and struggling. And yeah, it's inspired me a lot, and it's so much relatable with my life as a student. So I think that's all from me. Thank you. Bye.